All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Nation Network. Vince McMahon with you here, and as you can possibly hear, all that pollen and crap going on right now. My sinuses are lit up. I don't know how good the voice is going to be today. I'll do my best because I promised you guys when we hit 300 we'd be back up and running, and we are. And again, I thank you guys so much for making that a reality. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me over the last, not just the last 15 years, but especially the last few weeks as we made this campaign. And I had to take a hard stance on it, but it was a worthwhile cause. I was willing to fall on that sword. I'm glad I didn't have to, but that's because of you guys. You know, that's the whole idea of this being a community, is that we all come together and do what we do. If you didn't see the last video, things are going to be changing a little bit here simply because my availability and time and hours will be a little bit different now. And what I'll be doing is, at least for the moment until I kind of settle in and figure out what I want to do, is just do random cards. And it could be from anything from the current scenarios that we got going on. Cut that part down. To what we've got been going on in the storylines, and or we could just do randomly anything else. I could do like a Monday Night Nitro with the NWO taking over, for example, and then the next day do something from the 80s on Wrestling Classic or something like that. So it could be really all over the place, but it'll be fun. It'll still be old school wrestling with some of our favorite characters from yesteryear. So with that in mind, we are going to be doing WWF Wrestling Challenge right here today and put a special card together. We're going to kick it off with the Intercontinental Championship match, and that is in honor of the Honky Tonk Man. That is one of our Nation members, and he was the first guy to make a donation in this campaign. He did it weeks before the live stream, and he got the ball rolling with a $20 donation, which I truly appreciate. So in his honor, we are going to kick this thing off. So sit back, relax, enjoy, or get on the edge of your seat and act a fool. All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to WWF Wrestling Challenge. Mean Scheme here with you, and tonight, along with Jesse the Body Ventura, we are going to see the Intercontinental title defended live from Buffalo, New York. The World Heavyweight Champion is in action as well as the Nature Boy Ric Flair goes up against Hulk Hogan. Stay with us.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Kicking things off this week right here with the Honky Tonk Man going after the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, the Honky Tonk Man, he knows about the Intercontinental title, former champion, and now he's back here once again with the Colonel at his back. And I believe tonight, perhaps Brutus the Barber Beefcake, I think his star may be falling.
Well, I'm not sure I see eye to eye with you on that, but Brutus the Barber Beefcake with a tremendous showing at WrestleMania just a few weeks ago to retain that Intercontinental title in most impressive format.
That was then, this is now.
All right, here comes the Intercontinental Champion, Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
In my opinion, one of the luckiest men alive. I don't believe he's worthy of holding that title, and I think tonight it all comes crashing down for the Barber. Tonight, the barber shop is going out of business.
Well, there is the prediction of Jesse the Body Ventura, not necessarily going to be shared by everyone here in attendance. Certainly not yours truly.
Well, you don't think I got to be in the man who calls it like it is by winning personality or popularity contest now, do ya?
Introducing the challenger from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 247 pounds, the Superstar.
All right, there he is, the Honky Tonk Man. Looking to get his hands on that championship right there.
From San Francisco, California, weighing in at 271 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake right here on Easter Sunday, defending the Intercontinental Championship. I'll tell you right now, I don't believe he's going to walk out of Buffalo, New York, still as your Intercontinental Champion. I'm going on the line. That's my prediction.
Well, we'll find out in just moments from now if the body is correct. Of course, Brutus the Barber with the champion's advantage.
That's right. He could get himself counted out or disqualified, take a cheap way out.
Well, he could indeed, but Brutus the Barber Beefcake, that is not likely to be what happens. The Honky Tonk Man getting things started off early on. Tremendous right hand, and down goes the Barber.
Yeah, right off the bat, the challenger taking it to the champion. The mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, outside the ring, and he likes it.
A big right and left combination by the Brutus. However, the Honky Tonk Man follows him into the corner. And now Beefcake finding his way back up to his feet. Fans, we've got tremendous wrestling action coming your way right here this week on WWF Wrestling Challenge as the Honky Tonk Man with another stiff right hand, putting Brutus the Barber back on the canvas.
And now the challenger, the Honky Tonk Man, goes for the cover. He believes he might have him.
Way too early in the match for that. Brutus the Barber easily able to kick out now. The Honky Tonk Man rolls it up, shoulders it down, one. He's at two. He got, oh my goodness, we almost had a new Intercontinental Champion right here.
The Honky Tonk Man almost did indeed pull it out of nowhere. The Barber lucky right now that he still has that Intercontinental title because it was almost over. Honky Tonk caught him again. Shoulders are down.
Oh, and another near miss.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake is in all kinds of trouble, though. The Honky Tonk Man really coming out here with all guns blazing. He's trying to get the win. He wants that Intercontinental Championship, and I believe he's going to have it.
From the top rope now, what is the Honky Tonk Man going to do? Jimmy Hart from ringside telling him to come off the top rope, but that doesn't work out the way he wanted it to. Beefcake with a series of right hands. But again, the Honky Tonk Man going to work on the leg. Now choking him out. Come on, referee.
Yeah, well, the referee's standing right by there. There's a 5 count.
Did you see him count 5? Did you see him even count to 1?
Well, you got to give him an opportunity to get the right point of view and the right angle.
Boy, oh boy, the Honky Tonk Man really doing a number on Brutus the Barber Beefcake here this week on Wrestling Challenge.
Brutus the Barber, I'll give credit where credit is due. He's been on a pretty impressive run since becoming the Intercontinental Champion. But I do believe that all comes to an end right here tonight.
Oh, there it is. He caught him. And the Honky Tonk Man able to come out the back door. That running knee, we've seen a lot of times where that has put a man away. And now the Barber, the Intercontinental Champion. There it is. Sleeper hold. Will it be enough? Honky Tonk Man. Will he go down to defeat, as so many others have, to the sleeper of Brutus the Barber?
No. The Honky Tonk Man does what he needs to do to get out of danger. He has survived.
Oh my goodness. Tremendous pile driver right there. Down goes Brutus the Barber. And wait a minute, what is he doing? The Honky Tonk Man has just exposed the steel ring in the turnbuckle.
Well, that's part of the match right now. It's part of the ring. Nothing the referee can do about it at the moment.
Honky Tonk Man just clotheslining Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And the Intercontinental Champion is in trouble. Honky Tonk Man sizing him up. What's he got in mind here?
Oh, here it comes, the shake, the rattle, and the roll. New Intercontinental Champion. I called it.
Indeed it may be. He hooks the leg. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. 1, 2. He got him. He got him. Unbelievable.
I told you it was going to happen, and I was right.
Many opportunities right here. The Honky Tonk Man trying to capture Brutus the Barber Beefcake in a small package. Almost got him on 2 occasions. Brutus with that running knee upside the head. And here's a big devastating pile driver by the Honky Tonk Man, who is your new Intercontinental Champion.
And the new Intercontinental Champion, the Superstar.
From the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart has got to be happy right now. He brings the Honky Tonk Man right back here into the World Wrestling Federation. And once again, the Intercontinental Championship is home.
All right, fans, we'll be back with plenty more action here on Wrestling Challenge. We've got a new Intercontinental Champion.
The Colonel's in the back, I'm coming to your town. In my pink Cadillac, I'm just a honky-tonk man. Just a honky-tonk man. I'm just a honky-tonk man. I'm cool, I'm cocky, I'm bad. I'm just a honky-tonk man. 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 I'm cool, I'm cocky, I'm bad. I'm just a honky-tonk man. I'm cool, I'm cocky, I'm
Thank you for joining the stream, gentlemen. Cade Welch, thank you for your continued support, buddy. I just really appreciate all you guys out there. Lewis in the house. And that's what it's always been about, Lewis. So thank you again. Appreciate everything you did. SLS always, Doug, appreciate. You are the man. Can't say enough about what you did. Zero Verse. You know, I've actually been not paying close attention to AEW with all the stuff that's been kind of circulating around there. I didn't realize they got Goldust, but I got to say that's not a big deal. He's way past his prime. I don't know how much he has to offer them in the way of quality matches or anything, and I would think AEW wouldn't want to go down that road of bringing out half of the Legion of Doom on a motorcycle at 65 years old, but, you know, they're going to do what they're going to do. I guess we'll all find out together soon. All right, back to the stream. All right, fans, we are back with more Wrestling Challenge here on the Nation Network.
Making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 287 pounds, the bad guy, Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon, the bad guy, and I'll tell you right now, he's got a bad attitude, and a lot of that has to do with the guy he's going up against here tonight.
Well, no doubt about that. Razor Ramon, former World Heavyweight Champion here in the World Wrestling Federation, has been upset on multiple occasions by this relative newcomer, the 1-2-3 Kid, as he calls himself.
I have a funny feeling Razor Ramon's going to be ready for the Kid here tonight, though I don't know that he's going to be able to pull off another upset.
Well, at the same time, you have to start asking yourself, when is it no longer an upset? Because the first time we could call it that. The second time, not so much. And now, this would be the third victory if he were to attain it over Razor Ramon.
Well, anyone who knows anything about the world of sports, it's very hard to get that third win against the same individual or team.
At 216 pounds, the Kid.
All right, definitely not going to be the biggest man in the match. Size, strength, weight advantage will all be going to Razor Ramon, as it has in every meeting these two men have had. But that has not stopped the 1-2-3 Kid from finding a way to get the job done.
Well, again, I think early on he had this big advantage in that nobody really knew what he was about, what to expect, and he took advantage of that, had some quick moves, caught Razor Ramon off balance a little bit. I don't think he's got that advantage anymore. Razor's been in the ring with him a few times, knows exactly what to expect, and I believe he's going to have a game plan here tonight.
Early on, that game plan includes driving the knee right into the middle of the back of the 1-2-3 Kid, but he's got an answer.
Well, the 1-2-3 Kid, he's got a high-flying, quick-moving style, which he'll have to have. He's not going to muscle up with anybody here on the roster.
Leapfrog comes out, and there it is. That back heel kick with Razor Ramon caught him on the way in.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Razor Ramon has an answer immediately, unlike the previous meetings.
Razor Ramon with the chiropractic adjustment on the neck of the 1-2-3 Kid goes for the cover. He believes he's got him, but he does not.
Yeah, it's a little bit early, but it doesn't hurt to try. You never know.
Again, the spinning back heel kick right to the face, and this time Razor Ramon stunned.
Yeah, was he? Was he, or did he just go him in? He lured him in, and I tell you right now, Razor Ramon much smarter in this match. Much more deliberate. I believe he is going to give this kid a wrestling lesson.
Near 300 pounds of Razor Ramon down on the chest of the 1-2-3 Kid with that elbow. Well, the experience factor is one of those things I did not mention earlier on, but that would also clearly be in the corner of Razor Ramon, who puts the boot right to the back. Another big clothesline drops him. As the referee watching on here closely to this one, knowing the history between these two men, wants to keep things in order here. Back body dropped by Razor Ramon, who's really enjoying the moment now.
Well, the 1-2-3 Kid suddenly not having all the high-flying drama that he's had in the past.
Oh, my word. Jawbreaker. And again, that spinning back heel kick right to the jaw. Well versed with the feet is this 1-2-3 Kid, and now Rear chin lock, and he is going to cinch it up deep on Razor Ramon.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the strength to pull it off. As you can see, Ramon easily gets out of it.
The size advantage, the strength advantage of Razor Ramon visible that time. Going for that choke slam. 1, 2, 3. Kid fights his way out of it.
Lucky for him, because I tell you right now, if Razor Ramon would have hit him with that choke slam, it would have been all over.
Oh, what's he going to do now? What is he? He's gone up. There it is. He's got the leg. Could it be?
He got, oh my, he only got two. He only got two. Razor Ramon, though, is in a lot of trouble.
He wants Razor Ramon on his feet. We could be looking at history once again. Crossbody hooks a leg. Will it be enough? He got him. No.
No, he did not get him. Razor Ramon got the shoulder up, but he's in a lot of trouble right now, and the 1, 2, 3 kid knows it.
They say lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place, but it'll be 3 times. Oh, look at this.
Razor Ramon caught him that time. What did I tell you? He is much better scouted this time around. Went for that spinning back heel kick one time too many. Ramon caught him, made him pay the price.
I'll tell you what, these two men have really come here to make a point at the expense of the other. And now the Russian leg sweep by the kid. Into the turnbuckle he goes. Oh, walks right into the elbow. Razor Ramon going for the Razor's Edge. This will be over.
He may break him in half with this one.
That's got to be it. Pulls him away from the ropes. Hooks the leg. Referee is there. 1, 2, and 3. No, he got a shoulder up.
What? You've got to be kidding me.
I don't know how, but he got a shoulder up off the canvas.
Yeah, I've seen it all now. Give me a break.
Now the 1, 2, 3 kid stepping outside the ring. That's a smart move, you'd have to agree.
Yeah, it's a smart move. It gives him an opportunity to regain his composure. It also suckers Razor out there and left him susceptible to that back heel kick one more time.
Oh, big elbow to the head, and I believe, yes, the 1, 2, 3 kid has been busted wide open.
Yeah, he's just realized now that that precious life fluid of the blood flowing out of his head, and that may change the way he picks up on this match going forward. There may be a level of desperation, but at the same point in time for Razor Ramon, he may start to get like a shark who smells blood in the water.
Both men beating the referee's count back into the ring. The 1, 2, 3 kid is the blood trickling down the face. He's got Razor Ramon up again, drops him right in the corner. Is he gonna go for it again? Split leg moonsault, he caught him, hooks the leg. Referee is there, 1, 2, he got him. Oh my goodness, that was close.
Very, very close.
Thank you very much, Sick Boys. We appreciate you. Anyone looking for championship titles, Sick Boys is your man. Cross body block. Ramon in trouble. Hook in the leg. He got a shoulder up.
Well, the 1, 2, 3 kid questioning the referee's integrity, perhaps. I'll tell you right now, I think Razor Ramon got that shoulder up well in advance of a 3 count. And if I were the 1, 2, 3 kid, I would be focusing on Razor, not the referee.
Once again, from the top rope, what has he got in mind here? Oh, he went for the high risk and he missed. He caught him with a small package.
Razor Ramon walked right into it. This will be an upset.
Well, it would have been, except Razor able to kick out of it, but he doesn't look good right now. The former World Heavyweight Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, Razor Ramon, in trouble.
Oh, that's it right there. Razor's Edge one more time. It's all over if he hits it.
And he does. He drags him away from the corner. That may be enough to buy him some time, but let's see. 2 count, and that is it. No! How does he do it?
I can't figure it out either. I've never seen anybody survive 2 Razor's Edges before.
And now Ramon from the top rope. He wants this kid up. He's got him. Gonna beat him at his own game with a crossbody.
Talk about adding insult to injury. He's gonna try and beat him down with his own move.
And now Razor Ramon choking the 1, 2, 3 kid out in the middle of the ring. Referee doing nothing about it.
You don't know that. He may have said something. He probably told him to stop.
Oh, nothing will get you to stop faster than hearing that 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 count. Now Razor Ramon exposing the steel in the turnbuckle. Oh, and he uses it to stun the 1, 2, 3 kid. Russian leg sweep, that might be all.
High impact right there. That steel is unforgiving, and Ramon is totally using it to his advantage.
Now the referee attaches that turnbuckle pad back where it belongs. The 1, 2, 3 kid with the advantage here ringside, at least for the moment. These 2 men really letting it all hang out here on Wrestling Challenge.
Once again, the referee counting both men outside the ring, but look at the head of the 1, 2, 3 kid. He is really starting to show the wear.
Indeed, that wound on the forehead of the 1, 2, 3 kid starting to bust wide open. And again, the choke slam by Razor Ramon. How much more can this young man possibly absorb?
Well, you know what? You got to give credit to both of these men. They've taken the best that each other has to offer, and they're still going.
Irish whip sends him into the turnbuckle.
Yeah, but he walks right into the back elbow again, and this is it right here. He's going to go for it.
Razor's Edge, the match is over if he hits. Nobody gets out of 3. Nobody.
And this time he doesn't have to pull him away from the ropes.
He got him. What a victory for Razor Ramon, but it was a hard-fought win.
As I told you at the beginning of this match, Razor Ramon was going to be ready for him. The surprise is over, and the bloom has left the rose.
Well, say what you will, this 1, 2, 3 kid gave one heck of an accounting for himself here tonight. Maybe a losing effort, but he took it to the former world champion and came within microseconds of scoring another big victory over top talent here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Here is your winner, the bad guy, Razor Ramon.
Well, he came close, but he didn't get it done, and that's all that matters, because in the ring, there is the winner, the man with the paycheck, Razor Ramon.
Indeed, fans, stay with us. Plenty more left to come here on Wrestling Challenge. Willie Clark in the house. What's happening, man? You ain't got to worry about seeing Goldust. That's proprietary, and WWE is the only place you could possibly see Goldust. I'm going to presume he's going to go under Dustin Runnels or Dustin Rhodes, one or the other, when he gets over there. I just don't know that it's going to be worth the squeeze at this point in time in his career. But we'll see. All right, fans, time for a most interesting matchup here. This one came about recently in a backstage altercation.
Well, I'll tell you, when you want to talk about a backstage altercation, let's talk about it for what it's worth. The Undertaker making his way down the aisle. This man was brought in by the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
From Death Valley, weighing in at 328 pounds, The Undertaker.
As I was saying, he was brought into the World Wrestling Federation by Ted DiBiase. Part of the $1 Million Corporation, if it were. And then the ungrateful Undertaker turns his back on the $1 Million Man. Well, I got news for you tonight. The Undertaker may be the one who's pushing up daisies, and he may indeed find out that everyone's got the price for the $1 Million Man.
Well, that could happen. But at the same time, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, may just find himself bankrupt here tonight as part of Wrestling Challenge.
Now, I highly doubt that. He's got money for miles. He's not going to be bankrupt anytime soon.
And his opponent, from Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 260 pounds, the $1 Million Champion, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
All right, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, with that $1 Million Championship around his waist.
Gold, diamonds, rubies, you name it, it's in there. $1 million worth of hardware around the waist of the only man it could be around, the $1 Million Man.
Ted DiBiase has made it clear that he believes everyone's got a price. The Undertaker apparently had a price when he came in, but then has found his own way since.
Well, you know what? It's kind of like having a stray dog that you take in, and all of a sudden the dog nips at you. Now you gotta let the dog know who's in control, who the alpha is in the relationship.
And you believe that's going to be Ted DiBiase?
I wouldn't be surprised.
This crowd getting behind the Undertaker early on. The Phenom, if you would. The Undead Force. I don't know much about this Undertaker other than to say he has had the ability to call upon and summon, if you would, some very strange powers that we have not seen here in the WWF prior to his arrival. And right there he is, calling upon the forces, if it were.
Well, you know what? You can call upon whatever you want. At the end of the day, this is professional wrestling. And Ted DiBiase is one of the best of all time.
Well, indeed, not going to take anything away from the accolades, credits, and accomplishments of one Mr. Ted DiBiase. However, The Undertaker, over 300 pounds, over 6 foot, 8 inches tall, but he moves like a much smaller wrestler, and that makes him a force to be reckoned with, as Ted DiBiase just found out.
DiBiase tasting the canvas here. Now comes up with the big running bulldog, and The Undertaker once again paying the price.
The attacks by Ted DiBiase having some effect, but not as much as he would probably like. Now it is The Undertaker coming back. Goes for the cover, does not hook the leg. You will not pin Ted DiBiase with a cover like that. Oh, wait a minute. Once again, calling upon the forces. DiBiase going to the eyes, but again, minimal effect on The Undertaker.
One thing I can say for The Undertaker is he's able to absorb a lot of punishment. We've seen it time and time again, and he continues to rise up each and every time.
DiBiase, nicely done. Belly to back suplex, and now The Undertaker once again up and down with a big slam, and now Ted DiBiase going to try. What's he do? Again, a running theme here tonight as a turnbuckle pad is removed.
Well, it's a running theme because it's effective and it works. And when you're Ted DiBiase and you're outsized and outweighted the way he is right now, you got to come up with some equalizers, as it were. And as I've said a million times before, and I'll say again, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Well, The Undertaker following DiBiase into the corner with a devastating clothesline. Working the head and the neck of The Undertaker is Ted DiBiase. Not sure how much success he'll have with that. Goes for the cover, doesn't hook the leg. You're not going to get him like that.
I don't believe he expected to pin him. I think he just wanted to give The Undertaker something to think about.
Now the referee starting to acknowledge the fact that that turnbuckle pad has been removed. A little too late, however, as The Undertaker strikes the steel, but he comes right back up. Running, clothesline, down goes DiBiase. Hooks the leg. Undertaker thinks he's got a one. He's got two.
Nope. The $1 Million Man not going to go down to a clothesline.
Now this referee finally fixing the turnbuckle, restoring the pad.
Well, he may be restoring the pad, but it's already done its damage as The Undertaker ran straight into it earlier. Now DiBiase, what's he got in mind from the middle rope?
Free fall elbow. Catches The Undertaker in the midsection. Hooks the leg, and he gets two. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, sizes him up. Oh, there it is! The $1 Million Dream! It's on! The Undertaker is fading fast!
The Undertaker is in trouble. Not too many people ever survived the $1 Million Dream.
He couldn't put him out, but The Undertaker definitely worse for the wear. DiBiase with the leg. He got him! No!
Wow, was that ever close? I hate to say I told you so, but who am I kidding? I'd love to say that.
Once again, DiBiase again removing a turnbuckle pad from a corner. Really giving it to The Undertaker. And now the Dead Man pushing off DiBiase, but only momentarily. DiBiase trying to carry the 300 pounds of The Undertaker. Oh, look at this! Tombstone pile driver, it's over!
No, he's in the corner. His feet are near the ropes, referee.
Boy, oh boy, DiBiase very fortunate to be in this one. ring awareness. DiBiase close enough to get a foot on the bottom rope, and that broke the count. And now the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, working the head and the neck area of the dead man. I know you're not surprised, but I'm going to tell you right now, I am just a little surprised at how much success Ted DiBiase has had here against The Undertaker. The man who has been a force here in the World Wrestling Federation since joining us.
Well, again, Ted DiBiase is the man who brought him in. Do you think anyone knows him better than DiBiase? The $1 Million Man knows exactly how to beat the man he brought into the dance.
And now The Undertaker has him up. What's he gonna do here? Oh my word! Dropping DiBiase, throat first across the top rope. And again, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, on the receiving end of the punishment here at the hands of The Undertaker, and the crowd on its feet here in Buffalo, New York. They're loving the action here on WWF Wrestling Challenge.
Each and every week, we bring you the very best in pro wrestling on the Nation Network.
DiBiase now dropping that fist right into the forehead. Once again. DiBiase. Oh, there it is. The $1 Million Dream is on him. The Undertaker may be passing out. No.
I have no idea how he was able to survive that one, but he did.
The Undertaker throwing DiBiase around like a rag doll. Devastating clothesline. I'll tell you what, everybody tonight really giving their best effort. The Undertaker gets a 2 count, looks a little surprised.
Yeah, well, the problem with that one was there was a delay before he went for the cover, and that gave DiBiase just enough time.
The Undertaker down with DiBiase. Into the turnbuckle he goes, ramming the head of the $1 Million Man into that turnbuckle.
I'll bet he's glad the referee put the pad back up now.
Cover. Undertaker went for DiBiase, he missed, and now pays the price, going all the way out to the floor. Once again, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Both of these men giving us their best. Referee counting both of them outside the ring. They got to be aware of that count.
Well, DiBiase throws the Undertaker back in and then follows.
Oh, he's got him again, but he's at the ropes. Too close to the ropes.
Very lucky for the Undertaker that he was, otherwise it was all over.
He got him!
It was still enough.
Well, the crowd here in Buffalo, New York, stunned to see what just happened there. The $1 Million Man survived somehow.
Well, it's like I told you from the beginning. He brought The Undertaker here into the World Wrestling Federation, so who knows him better? You don't think that DiBiase scouted this man long before bringing him in? He knew his strengths, knew his weaknesses, and was able to capitalize at the end, and that's why he is the $1 Million Man.
A most impressive No, he's not going to do this. He's not going to do it.
I believe he is. He's going to make a deposit into the bankrupt bank of The Undertaker.
Oh, that's despicable. There's going to be a price to be paid, and even the $1 Million Man might not have pockets deep enough for that one. Stay with us, fans. Animals, welcome aboard, buddy, and thank you so much. We did not just meet, we exceeded it, and I am, again, very thankful for all of you guys that stepped up. For those of you that supported, those of you stuck with it, I know I had to get tough. Tough love. A couple people had an issue with it. Bye. You will never hear me apologize for getting tough when we're trying to raise money for something like Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. For that guy who had a big problem about that, had his little feelings hurt, whatever, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you. That's all I could say. Indeed, animals, I agree 100%. All right, fans, we've got another one. That should be a Donnybrook once again. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, making his way down the aisle.
Making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 220 pounds, Shawn Michaels.
Well, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, indeed making his way down to the ring. Ever since the implosion of the Rockers, this man has gone his own way and has had great success.
Noticeable by his absence here at ringside tonight, Big Daddy Cool Diesel, the bodyguard of Shawn Michaels.
Well, you say it like it's a bad thing. Shawn Michaels does not need Diesel to win his matches, and he has proven that time and time again. He needs Big Daddy Cool Diesel to keep an eye on his back because now all the women want him.
His opponent from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 220 pounds, Marty Jannetty.
All right, formerly one half, the other half of the Rockers, Marty Jannetty. As we've seen in the past, Jannetty here trying to extract some retribution on his former tag team partner who abandoned him essentially in a tag team title match.
I don't know that he abandoned him. I think he finally saw the light and realized that Marty Jannetty was the weak link.
I beg your pardon.
Well, it's true. You look back at the Rockers and look at the matches they won and lost. Who's the guy getting pinned all the time? Marty Jannetty. That's the weak link.
I beg to differ with you, but that's all right.
Zip for all you want. Bottom line is Shawn Michaels is going straight to the top, and Marty Jannetty is about to get another defeat added to his record card.
That is yet to be seen. However, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, early on in control of this one. Nice monkey flip right there by Marty Jannetty, taking a Heartbreak Kid over. Fans, we are going to be taking a look at the real world heavyweight champion tonight. The man who was victorious at WrestleMania. The one and only Nature Boy Ric Flair, as he goes one-on-one with Hulk Hogan here tonight in a non-title match. Shawn Michaels with his improvised figure 4 leg lock.
Nice move right there by the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and he gave Marty Jannetty a little something to think about. You know, it's not a big deal that these guys have broken up, and people make it like, oh, how dare Shawn Michaels turn his back on his partner and break up the Rockers. Yeah, they were a popular team, but did that mean that they were a great team? I'm not so sure. And when you look at the great teams in history, you look at somebody like the Beatles, they broke up. Didn't stop Paul McCartney, didn't stop John Lennon. Talent will always rise to the top, and right now, Shawn Michaels' star is on the rise. Marty Jannetty, not so much.
Well, the world according to the body. Right now to Shawn Michaels on the receiving end of the punishment here ringside. Both men beating the count back in just under the count of 7. Oh, what a move right there, Michaels. Pulling out that quick DDT. He might have got him, though.
Well, he definitely surprised Marty Jannetty with that one. Jannetty wasn't seeing it coming.
From the top rope. Oh, look at the elbow.
Shades of the Macho Man, Randy Savage right there.
He got a 2 count. Shawn Michaels, deliberate. Oh, wait a minute.
He's tuning up the band. It's going to be time for some sweet chin music.
Oh, he missed. Marty Jannetty knew what was coming, and he got out of the way. I'll tell you right now, this Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, always finds a way to get back into it. Cinching up that rear chin lock on Marty Jannetty, working his way back to a vertical base. Elbow to the midsection, and once again, and he breaks the hold. Jannetty now going for the suplex. Oh, perfectly executed.
Hey, easy how you use that word perfect around here. There's only one man who's perfect.
Well, perhaps, but he wasn't at WrestleMania, now was he?
Anybody can have an off day.
Jannetty on the top rope. Missile drop kick finds the mark. That could be it. He hooks a leg. Oh, he almost got him. The look of shock and surprise on the faces ringside. They thought it was over as well.
Very close indeed, and Shawn Michaels better start realizing how dangerous things are getting.
Jannetty from the top rope. Another missile drop kick. Will that be it? Oh, he just missed. Jannetty not too happy about that one. Seems like the referee may have stopped that count just a little early as the blood flowing down the face of Marty Jannetty. I'm not sure when that happened.
I believe it happened while they were battling it outside the ring.
Elbow drop by Marty Jannetty. Right now, I would say Mr. Jannetty is carrying the weight of this match. Has had the advantage majority of the match. Would you concur with that?
No, I would not at all. I believe right now Marty Jannetty's having a moment. That's fine. It's called momentum. It happens in all sports. Pro wrestling is no different. But I don't believe he's going to win the match.
Goes for the cover, gets one. Oh, Jannetty caught him. The DDT splits Michaels wide open. He got him. He got him. The win for Marty Jannetty.
I can't believe it, but he caught him with a DDT. It was very quick, very sudden, and it busted Shawn Michaels up. I am sure he probably received a concussion from the impact of that one.
He had hit Shawn Michaels with not one but two missile drop kicks as we take a look at the second. Tremendous win.
Here's your winner, Marty Jannetty.
Unbelievable victory for Marty Jannetty over Shawn Michaels. More to come right here on Wrestling Challenge, fans. We've proven one thing tonight. Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. All right, welcome back, wrestling fans. It is time for our main event. It is a return match from WrestleMania, this time a non-title match.
Making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, Hulk Hogan.
The former World Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan was, in many people's minds, robbed of the World Wrestling Federation Championship at WrestleMania by Ric Flair.
I didn't see it that way, not in one moment. He got beat by the better man. Ric Flair, since the day he stepped through the doors as a member of the Heenan family, made it clear he is the real world champion, and now he has proven it. Look at that, no video distortion to be found. Anybody can talk the talk, but only the real world champion
And his
walks the
opponent,
walk.
a accompanied by Bobby the Brain Heenan. And from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, the WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Champion.
Well, you know what? That's a lot of champions she's got to say there, but who better deserving than the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the real world champion?
Again, this title is not on the line here tonight, but Hulk Hogan would love nothing more than to extract a level of revenge. Action spills outside the ring very early on, wasting no time whatsoever. Bobby the Brain Heenan now up on the apron. What is he doing?
Well, Bobby the Brain Heenan trying to get the attention, apparently, of the referee. I believe he doesn't want that count out to continue. He wants Ric Flair to administer punishment. Now, Bobby Heenan's got a steel chair. What's he going to do with it?
Well, you can only wonder, because when it comes to Bobby the Brain Heenan, you put nothing past the man. Right now, Hogan doing a number on the world champion, but Flair comes up with that gut-wrench suplex.
Too close to the ropes and lucky for Hogan.
Hogan going to work right now on the arm of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Wait a minute, Heenan goes in the ring.
He's going to get himself disqualified if he's not careful.
And now Hogan going to work on the shoulder of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Wait a minute. Bobby the Brain Heenan just got himself thrown out of the match. Hogan with a big boot. Will that be enough? He got a 2 count.
Well, Bobby the Brain Heenan may have been ejected, but he's not leaving.
Oh, there's a leg drop by Hogan. $2K at its finest.
Bobby the Brain Heenan is in the ring. Referee has lost all control of this one. Hogan came up with the big leg drop, but it's not enough.
And now the Nature Boy Ric Flair going to work on the knee of Hogan. The champion sizing him up. My goodness, knee right down across the forehead of Hogan. Oh, Flair, is he going to do it?
He is again going to do it. We saw it at WrestleMania. He popped that knee of Hogan, and Hogan may not be able to hang on nearly as long now.
Hogan trying desperately to turn it over, and he does. My goodness, how close will you get it? Bobby the Brain Heenan still inside the squared circle. Referee failing to control this match. The Nature Boy Ric Flair removes the turnbuckle pad. Boy, oh boy, and now Hogan from the top mount position, hammering down on the head of the champion. We remind you all that the title is not on the line here tonight. This is simply about a level of revenge for Hulk Hogan and the millions of Hulkamaniacs worldwide. Hogan thinks he's got him, hooks a leg.
Still unable to pin the world champion. Hogan has not been able to beat Ric Flair. I don't think he ever will.
Hogan went for the clothesline. Flair caught him.
Well, you're not the real world champion by accident. Flair knows how to bait someone in, and that's exactly what he did right there with Chump Hogan.
Another 2 count right there by the world champion. Bobby Heenan in the ring. Flair once again gonna go for it. Figure 4 leg lock, and there it is. He's got it on him. Hogan in trouble.
He's close to the ropes, and he manages to get a hold of him.
Flair hooks the leg. Is that gonna be enough? No.
You know, I know Hogan's your buddy, but, you know, try to be a little bit objective at the very least. Don't be so obvious.
I'm calling the match right down the middle.
Yeah, listen to it back later and then tell me again.
And now Hulk Hogan, he's starting to hulk up. We know what happens now. Irish whip to the turnbuckle. My goodness, a freight train just hitting. The Nature Boy Ric Flair. The boot. There's the big leg drop, and that should be all she wrote.
Well, it might have been, but Hogan elects to pick him up. What a big mistake that was, in my opinion.
Hogan wanted to really lay in the damage to the Nature Boy Ric Flair. That may backfire on him.
Yeah, I think that was a very poor calculation on the part of Hulk Hogan.
Another near miss right there now. The Nature Boy Ric Flair. Working the head and the neck. And now Flair going after the turnbuckle. Self-professed dirtiest player in the game. Oh, look at this. Hogan returns the favor.
Both men going chop for chop on that one. Oh, and now Flair been busted wide open by Chump Hogan.
The big boot, indeed, splitting the head of Flair open, and there's that cannon clothesline. Hogan hooks the leg. He thinks he's got him. Oh, and he just barely got out of that one. The World Heavyweight Champion just barely escapes. We take a look at Ric Flair sporting that haircut bestowed upon him by Brutus the Barber.
Yeah, well, somewhere down the line, there's going to be some payback for that, too. Don't you doubt that for a moment.
He got him! Hulk Hogan with some retribution here on Wrestling Challenge.
Well, you know what? It was a lot of chaos. Bobby the Brain Heenan was ejected for a good 10 minutes. Couldn't get out of the ring. Referee had all kinds of distractions going on. But the bottom line is this: Hogan didn't get anything. He got a pinfall victory. Congratulations. The champion of the world is still the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Here is your winner, Hulk Hogan.
Indeed, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, still the World Heavyweight Champion, but you have to wonder what will happen the next time these two forces meet up, and that title is on the line. Fans, thank you so much for joining us here. We invite you to stick around for a very special ringside report immediately following the stream. From ringside for Jesse Damani, this is Mean Scheme saying so long, everyone. All right, guys, we haven't done one of these in a little while. The Ringside Report, where we can talk about pretty much anything, whether it's events that just took place right here on the Nation Network. AEW is a popular subject right now. The fact that everyone and their mother wants out of the WWE. The WWE is the Titanic right now. They are taking on water. They are going down, and they're too stupid to know they hit a fucking iceberg. Jack Hammer, $500 towards my favorite charity. All you got to do is go in the link box down below, or the description box down below, hit the link button, and that'll take you over to the Children's Miracle Network fundraiser, and I would love any donations that anybody wants to contribute. Even though we've reached our goal, that thing continues on between now and all the way to November 4th. So we can continue donating. I'd love to see that number get even bigger. We've made our goal. That's great. Let's see how high we can set this bar for next year. So, Jack, am I understanding you right? You're offering a $500 donation to charity to do commentary with me. Am I catching that properly, accurately? Because we'll make that happen, I promise you. Brother, I'm down. Get and click on that link for Extra Life, man. I'll get an alert. We'll make it happen. I didn't think my services would garner that type of response, but I am absolutely stunned and humbled by your suggestion. Well, one of the things I've been wanting to talk about, but yes, we've been in hiatus while we waited on this thing to play out, is WrestleMania in the real world. And God, this has got to be the worst WrestleMania in history. I can't think of a worse WrestleMania than this one. It's in Tampa next year, and those of you that have been watching the channel a long time know I'm in Central Florida. I will not be going to Tampa. I'm not going. I don't give a shit what the main event is, what the card is. I'm not going. 7 hours. Are you out of your mind? Vince has lost it. It's like the big card, the big matches towards the end of the night. The crowd was dead. And I can tell you firsthand from whatever it was a few years ago they had here in Orlando, 34, whatever year it was. It's the same shit, man. You got us baking out in the sun for hours. You got all these prelim matches. It just drags on and on and on. Even if it was like, honestly, I think the only thing you could possibly go that long on would be like now we're in the playoffs, NHL hockey. When you get those rare games that go into like 4 or 5 overtimes that do stretch into the 6-hour mark, I've got one game automatically comes to mind between the Washington Capitals and the New York Islanders back in probably 87, I think that would have been. And Pat LaFontaine finally ended the game in, I think, the 3rd overtime, possibly the 4th overtime period. But, my God, these guys were getting ridiculous shot opportunities. Goaltenders were standing on their head. It was Kelly Hrudey against, I used to know the other guy's name. Kelly Hrudey was the Islander goalie, and Mason was the Capitals goalie. And those two guys were, like, freaking amazing, making save after save after save. That kept you, even though it was 6 hours long, it kept you riveted. You cannot do that with pro wrestling. I'm sorry. You can't. Brother, I have no idea about the exchange rate. I don't know. Let's jump on Google, see what it says. All right, according to Google, that's 384.74 pounds sterling. We can run that up to 385 or, even 380. I'll call it a deal. Now, I'll tell you one thing, Jack. You have to have a decent internet connection. We'd have to do it through a share play to make it work. And you have to have, of course, a microphone, headset, that kind of thing, so we can hear your voice. But you make that happen, I'll make the other part happen. I think the UK generally has pretty good internet signal, though. A lot of Europe has really good internet, better than the shit we got here half the time. I'll keep the Extra Life page up as well, just in case it happens in the near future. Then we'll bring it to you live right here on the Ringside Report. That would be a breaking story, no doubt about it. So yeah, WrestleMania. I'm trying to think if there was a single thing about it that didn't suck. The main event wasn't good. Between the botched ending, which I mean, come on, man. How much? Oh God, what a fuck up, man. That ending was so bad. The Triple H Batista match was garbage. Knew it would be. These guys are too old, man. Stop. Stop. Daniel Bryan match, I just didn't care about it. I've kind of fallen out of love with Daniel Bryan. The way they booked him, that stupid, ugly-ass belt they had him wearing in. The squash on Sasha and Bayley I thought was absolutely atrocious. I'm still not so sure that Sasha's thing isn't a work. Or, yeah, I think it's a work personally. I don't think it's a shoot, but wouldn't surprise me if it is legit. I feel like Sasha's been buying a little bit too much into her own self. And I can say one thing after WrestleMania, I think we can safely say we are never going to see what they were teasing for months, and that is the battle of the four horsewomen against the four horsewomen. That should have been Mania. That is the match they should have had at Mania for the ladies. And you could have main evented that if done right, but it wasn't because WWE can't do it right anymore. They haven't been able to do it right for a long time, for being honest. So I wish AEW all the luck in the world. I'm glad to see that there's some guys with some money get ready to drop it. I just think that the fact that the curtain's been so far pulled back on it, it's going to be hard for it ever to be good again. And that's one of the reasons why it's like I gave up the network months ago, because I know a lot of guys like watching the old stuff over and over again. It doesn't work for me. It's like watching a movie 20 times. If I've seen it and I know how it goes and how it ends, I might watch it one or two more times. If it's like great acting, great writing, or special effects, something like that, I might watch it again. But when it comes to wrestling, it's a little different for me, I guess. I mean, there might be a match or two I'd want to watch again, but I can get that on YouTube. I can think of better things I can do with $9.99. And as for the live event, the only thing I was keeping it around for was NXT, and I hadn't watched that in a long time either, so is what it is, ain't what it ain't. All right, boys. Well, I want to say once again, thank you all so very much for everything you guys did to help out with the stream, to help out with the fundraiser. Again, if you go to the description box, the link is still there for the Children Miracle Network donation page. It is www.extra-life.org/participant/old-school-gaming. And that will take you directly to the area that you want to go to, and you can make your tax-deductible donation, and that goes all the way from now to November 4th. So even if you haven't already and you get a couple extra bucks down the line, that's how you can show me you appreciate the content here. I don't ask for money for myself. Never have. Don't have any intention of doing it. But if you like what we do and you want to show some appreciation as the months wind by here throughout the hot summer and all that good stuff, yeah, man, just drop over there. We had people dropping $1 down. That's fine. Everything adds up at the end of the day. The last donor paid $89 and remained anonymous. But that's because somebody else put $1 in there to make that 89 bring us to 300. So it all adds up together. So whatever you can contribute, it does matter. It makes a difference, and it is appreciated by me. I know it's appreciated by the Children's Miracle Network hospitals that the money goes to. With that, I'm going to say so long from ringside. Thank you guys again. I can't even set a schedule right now because of everything else I got going on between work and, doing the girlfriend thing now. You got to make sure you keep them happy. Otherwise, you know. But we will be back with more in the near future. Make sure you have that little bell icon selected so that when I do go live, and I usually leave a 2 to 3 minute buffer before I start broadcasting the actual stuff, you'll get the alert. It'll give you a little time to get to your tablet or your device. Pop it on. You won't miss any of the action live, unless you're at work, in which case do it anyway, man. Go hide in the closet for an hour. Have a great day, folks. Happy Easter. Thank you all for your support, and we will see you ringside here on the Nation Network. Peace.